Album Concept Hour. The Album Concept Hour. It's the Album Concept Hour.
Welcome, everybody, to the Album Concept Hour. I am your host, Brad LeBaron, as I always am. And I am joined, as I always am, by John. What's going on, John?
Not too much, man.
And we got Dave.
Yo.
Yep, we're all here. We got the crew, the main crew. And we're here to talk about some classics. You know, this is one we threw on the list because they're a great band, and it's not necessarily going to be the most conceptual album as far as like connected tissue, but we wanted to cover the Replacements anyway because they're a very important band to the concept of rock music. So yeah, we're covering them. But before we get to all that, we're going to talk about what we've been listening to lately. And for me, I took a break from the music leagues this week, and I've been reading from the Rolling Stones Illustrated History of Rock and Roll, and I've been learning about some like doo-wop and fucking the instrumental groups like the Venture that we've covered on the podcast.
Stuff.
Very good.
The flash in the pan that was the surf music era.
Some Herb Alpert in there?
Not there yet. I'm not
All
there
right.
yet. I think he comes in a little bit. I don't know if would he be considered rock and roll though? History? He's like adjacent. I feel like he
I'd
should.
say it's very
adjacent.
possible.
Yeah,
With the size of that book, I think they could fit some Herb Alpert in there.
they should. They should definitely. But yeah, the Flamingos I listened to a little bit of.
That's early doo-wop.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I'm going through the whole history of it. Sam Cooke, of course. You know,
Of
we
course.
touched on
Sam and Dave.
and then I learned a lot about these songwriters like Carole King and where Neil Diamond and them came from when they were songwriters before they were like artists, and like the whole downfall of
Pretty
the
nice.
songwriter kind of like industry,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, I've been really enjoying that, listening to some real oldies. I think
Oldies and
think
goodies.
Jake the Snake Foster would be proud of my listening this week.
I think so.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, I was just like, I was telling you about it, I realized like, oh, I'm like reading about music. I should listen to the music while I'm reading. And like, it was this kind of revelation. I'm like, oh, this is great. I should get more music books, you know? So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, that's what I've been listening to recently. And I got a fresh playlist of sad and mad music that I haven't touched yet from the Music League. So yeah, I'm excited to. It opens with Alanis Morissette, You Ought to Know. Perfect sad and mad song.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's probably gonna win. But yeah, that's me. That's my segment for the week. John, what have you been jamming on or watching? Or
Oh,
what are you feeling?
A
you know?
lot of Christmas music lately.
That's true.
I literally
It is
listened
the time
to
of year.
was that Twisted Christmas?
Twisted Sister.
No. It always gets to because they made an album too that they called Twisted Christmas.
Oh, okay.
But
So there are
I
multiple.
cannot-
Yeah,
1 second.
that's okay. What about you, Dave? While he's looking for it, Dave, you got anything you've been jamming on?
Yeah, I think because every time we do these, like I would say 90% of the time, whatever album it is, you're like, I've been listening to this band a lot this week because
Yeah.
you're just getting ready for the episode.
Right.
So I think this is the rare occasion that I'm like, I've been listening to a lot of Replacements this week. And it's
Yeah.
not because we're doing this episode. I think we picked it just a couple days ago.
Yeah. This one we picked pretty
before
recently.
we're doing now.
Yeah.
But even like
Need to fill
up
the
until that,
slots.
I was still like going crazy, going through a lot of their stuff. And
Yeah.
when you're asking, pick a thing, I was going through the list. I had 3 bands that popped up. This is one of them. And after I mentioned those 3, I'm like, you know what? Definitely feeling Replacements.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Awesome. We
I just
got
want
you.
something more
We
like
got you at the perfect
refreshing
time.
coming from like not like the
You're
past albums I haven't
ready.
enjoyed. They're great. I just like the mood, just something just a little different from the last couple, like
Yeah.
3 or 4 albums. Just
Yeah.
kind of change up a bit.
Yeah. Definitely refreshing.
Yeah.
And oh man, this band builds so much on what I've been learning. I think in the rock and roll history, like they're definitely like one
I feel
of
like
those
there are
groups.
blueprints that they wrote
Yeah.
themselves.
I don't know if they're talked about in this book because it came out in '92, so like their kind of significance might not quite be
I think by
solidified by
92,
then,
they
but
I think they were still important even in the 80s.
Yeah, but like I think it's like in the 90s when those artists are talking about the Replacements being one of their heroes. You know what I mean?
True. I mean, this is Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Let me just see if the Replacements.
I'm
are
only
covered.
going to say
I'll look
because
at the,
there's a lot of reviews and quotes like from Rolling Stone magazine about the Replacements. So my only guess is that there's a good chance they might be mentioned.
Yeah, we have. Let's see. The last couple of chapters are okay. We have MTV. The Revolution will be televised. U2, Prince, Michael Jackson, the Global Beat, Up from the Underground. So I don't think they necessarily get into that part of rock necessarily. So that might be it's kind of once I get to that section, I'll
Well,
just jump to a different book.
Redo it then.
Yeah. There's probably a new edition. You know what I mean? They probably have a newer version
Or
of
just
this.
volume 2.
Yeah. Oh,
All right.
yeah, volume 2. What are you doing?
No, that was Twisted Christmas by Bob Rivers Comedy Corp.
Bob Rivers Comedy Corp.
So
Right.
highly recommend around this time of year. Also, the Youpers
Yeah.
have the great hit My Rusty Chevrolet.
I did look up some Youpers
local,
on your recommendation. I'm gonna see what fits for next Thanksgiving season.
Oh, and I also actually recently listened to the Fugees, the score, and I immediately followed that up by the Emancipation of Lauryn Hill.
Oh yeah,
it was just a really
that's
nice
a good back to back. Yeah.
Just feels like one big long album too.
Yeah.
Sense,
the style really gels.
Those are my recommendations.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Those are some good
Get in your favorite Christmas movie while you can, guys.
While you can. Yeah.
You got a couple weeks.
Already halfway
and
through
Trump's
through the
America.
month,
Who
guys.
knows about Christmas? What? We're going to talk about the Replacements though today, and this album this album is called "Let It Be." Now, "Let It Be" that sounds familiar, right? Like that's a different band.
Let it be.
There's a few jokes about how it
band,
became. Yeah.
And I like the explanation I saw on Genius, which is like their manager was a big fan of the Beatles and they wanted to piss him off.
That's one.
Which seems hilarious.
The other one was again rumors, maybe true or not, just like
Right.
any of them. Because I think this is a band that I think there's so many stories because it's like this could be true. This sounds like something they would do.
Well, ever since Southern Rock Opera, I'm embracing these rock myths more.
So the other one was they turn the radio and like whatever the next track is, we'll name it or something along that line. So Beatles Let It Be came on, so like we'll call Let It Be.
Mm-hmm.
Let it be, guys.
And there's a slight nod to it with them being on the rooftop on the cover.
Yep. There's definitely slight towards the Beatles.
Yeah. So
it's a real slidey roof.
Yeah, right. This is like
Dangerous.
This reminds me of like the roof that me and my friends would hang out on. That was like facing Johnson Street. We lived on Johnson.
Kids.
Smoke some bowls out there, and we
Watch the world go by.
We had a game where we would just like decide how big the driver's dick was based upon what they were driving. That's the whole thing. It was so stupid. But those some good times. But yeah, so our first track we got is I Will Dare, and part of the description I got for this track was that part of the quote unquote dare was them doing a much less punk rock album than their previous two albums.
True.
And really taking a chance in that way. So like it's kind of like kind of meta commentary on what they're actually doing with the album. So here is I Will Dare.
Opening up with a real bouncy number.
Dude, right? Yeah, that's a good opening track.
That's classy.
And I haven't heard the first couple of albums. How like jarring would this track be if you've only heard the first 2 albums?
So the first album, I think the first album was called, I think something like "Sorry Mom, I Forgot to Take Out the Trash" or something like that. I think that
so.
was 81, maybe 81, 82, 81.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was definitely more just loud, fast, hardcore.
Yeah.
The second album was like kind of split. They had a lot of like more heavy tracks. They would throw in a few different like kind of different styles, weaving a little bit.
They're starting to play around.
And it kind of tad more playful, but still kind of holding it steady. And then this one was a full like turn, like take a left now, like just,
yeah.
And so kind of changing, kind of their style as a whole a little bit, but still being themselves, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. Like this is not some sort of like selling out to the major labels. I mean, they got more attention. They got on SNL, you know, they got some notoriety, but like they always did it on their terms, you know,
as much as they could.
Yeah, as much as they could. Like one of the videos you sent me, I'll link it in the description, mentions the fact that like this is kind of what they went through would almost become like a prototype for some of the attitudes that like Kurt Cobain had towards his like, you know, fame and his attention that he got, you know, that kind of fuck around with it, have fun with it, you know.
I feel like if this band, same thing, got that, you know, attention like Nirvana and the bands that shot up, I feel like they would probably like just like, what the fuck, we don't want this shit. Like,
they would do anything they could to sabotage
enough
it.
to like just kind of stay in that lane.
Just
enough to like, we just want to do this.
To kind of illustrate like the kind of band we're talking about. There is a infamous story of them where they were playing a concert with a lot of A&R representatives, and it was like the concert to like woo the record labels or whatever.
Get your name, get a contract.
Yeah, like a lot of bands, you know, have that opportunity where they know that the A&R guys are out there.
Got to put your hits out. Got to impress them. Got to show them something.
And they played one of their more loose, wild shows and kind of made fun of the whole thing. What is it? What he says at the end?
I think at the very end, it's like, so do we get a contract?
Just
mocking them like
So like basically like, you know, the story goes that like all of the A&R reps just like left in droves, like no one like stayed to talk to them, like, and but they did end up getting like a deal like later in a different show.
I think for this, because it was before this album, I think, and they got it signed to, I think it was Sire.
Yes, Sire Records. Yeah. Because a different A&R guy just happened to see them on a good night when they weren't fucking around and saw the fucking talent.
So this is what they are. They're just fucking around.
They just are very unserious about the whole music industry part of it. Which I deeply respect. Like that is how you are supposed to do it as a subversive artist, you know? But the song, like the themes of this song, though, I will say just out the gate, remind me of like a "What's My Age Again" kind of thing. Blink-182, you know. How young are you? How old am I? Let's count the rings around my eye. How smart are you? How dumb am I? Don't count any of my advice. So that's like kind of a lot of the themes that we're dealing with in the album are going to be about like adolescence and puberty and your sexuality and that kind of stuff.
There was a lot of there's a video someone put together, kind of like the history of like how punk got to like Green Day and like how and how punk got pop.
Oh yeah, I think that I saw that video too. Yeah.
So Replacement's kind of like kind of in between the two-parter, but they're a subsection of the punk bands that embraced old music and pop, because that's kind of what they were, you know, drawn to. You have a lot of bands that was like, fuck that, like, you know, we're gonna be, you know, a whole, you know, we're flipping on the side, we're gonna do it this way. And there's two different styles, and the bands that like flowed with that kept that pop tendency a bit, like Replacements was kind of one. That was again an intro to like a lot of other bands like God, my man blanking, like Jawbreaker, but also would end up turning into like Blink as well, like kind of that same like
Like it's like that. Yeah, if you like look at the list of like people that like mentioned this as their inspiration, it is a very interesting list.
And like the Chicago-based band, there's a few bands that were calling like a Ramones core. Screeching Weasel was one, and that was another band that again kind of like Blink kind of like took a notice on as well. And I think they did a cover of one of their tracks, and I mean it was just
early Blink. Yeah, they definitely would have been well versed on that stuff.
So again, like all these kind of bands that kind of like wore their pop music on their shoulder a bit or on their sleeve, like they were these bands kind of influence what you have now with like the Blink and Green Day and all that kind of sound.
And I'm glad that we just also watched Decline of Western Civilization 1 recently, because that is literally like right before this album. You know what I mean? So like I can see the connective tissue between like the punk bands in that documentary were like full on like maybe the rules weren't necessarily set yet in that documentary, but they very quickly were set. And then the rules that were set is what they are dealing with and they are responding to.
Yes. I mean, like their first album was basically would have been like any band that you saw in that doc.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they would just fit right in that bill. Like that's that same. Like,
but like, eventually, you get bored, and these guys got antagonistic with it and would do covers to fuck with the crowd, play popular songs to fuck with the crowd. That was a heavily punk, anti-establishment. So it's like, you're punking the punks, and like, what's more punk than that, like Against Me. Against Me is another guys. Yeah, Against Me definitely took that advice when they were being purity tested by the punk rockers, So like, it's something that happens in every genre. Like after it's around for long enough, people are like, oh well, this is kind of how you got to be if you're in this genre. And it's like, well, no, you
don't have to be anything.
Yeah. That the whole point is that the rules are made to be broken and shit.
And the funny thing is, like, they're rules, because there's so many wacky ones. Like when Green Day started getting attention, they were shunned from like Berkeley and Gilman, like where they started.
Right.
Like, even before they like, and I mean, they've been around forever in that circle. And you have, like another one, Jawbreaker, that started like touring with like Green Day and stuff early on, and again starting to get attention. Everyone's like, well, started calling them out as like sellouts and stuff, and it's like, what the fuck, man? Like
like, just because
people like crazy big, we just
because people like my music, like fuck you, because like that's always what it is. It's always just fucking at the end of the day, largely just jealousy. You know what I mean?
Speaking of jealousy,
but I mean, as long as you just, be you and just keep doing that. So again, back to the Replacements being like, that's them. Like, fuck it. We're gonna do it our way.
Yeah. And this track is definitely like showing, anyone that's expecting anything different, they're like, no, we're doing this album on our terms.
Hey, let it be, man.
Let it be.
Let it motherfucking be.
But now let's talk about
this here is my
segue.
Thing.
This thing is my favorite.
This thing is my favorite thing.
John, I should literally just like post this song with that Markiplier meme. This is my favorite thing.
I can't go to bed. I can't. I go to sleep tonight. I'm still thinking about this.
I'm still thinking about this. Like,
this is my favorite meme too, and it's
so good.
And when it is applied correctly in that format as well, it is just perfect.
Oh yeah,
you're like, that is my favorite thing, actually.
But yeah, another song like, so this one really I think continues to like subvert the punk expectation, or punk sound expectation, kind of a bit rockabilly, a bit alt rock, and
they got to come in with that punk scream there.
Yeah,
nice.
That's kind of like the typical Replacements. I don't know, even like through Tim and anything, I think even Don't Tell. So there's parts where Paul, like his song starts like, "Wah!" and pow,
Yeah,
pow,
yeah,
pow, pow.
yeah, really
Like
expressive.
there's
Yeah,
so they might not be the hardcore band they started, but there's still that punk sound and mentality. Whatever they pull off, or either it's a riff or just that scream.
Well, that's what's great about punk is like you really do let loose.
Yeah,
especially vocal wise. Like you just because it doesn't matter what you sound like necessarily. It's about the vibe or whatever in the studio or in the show. But yeah, it's a really cool sound. I think I understand why, like places like Rolling Stone took particular attention to it because like it is almost like this punk band like recreated like an early rock movement in this album. Like they're bringing some of those sounds of like, I don't know, reinventing it almost. And it's really cool.
But yeah, it's fun even like from 77, 78 to 80, 81, like every couple of years, like, and not just the time, but also like region, like what is happening. And same with like any genre, like name it like rap, metal, whatever, like everything has that scene, like, like the rock and metal, like the Sunset Strip or like the rock from the 80s, or like everything has just like that. It's like the Minnesota in the early 80s, them and Husker Du, and just having this, like, these two great bands just putting out some solid stuff. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, man. You can definitely hear that winter in their attitude. But yeah,
this is our winter of discontent.
This is the winter. Oh man, that's a crazy book, dude. You ever read that? That shit's crazy. That's the one where he walks into the sea, right? Like at the end, the dude. Spoiler alert. I believe the main character, after all that happens, just walks into the sea with a heavy coat.
It's been a while, but yeah.
John Steinbeck has some strange endings. I love John Steinbeck, but the endings are always weird. Anyway, here's a track about someone trying to figure out what their favorite thing is. My heart aches. It's looking for a dolly. Can't you hear it?
Needs somebody to love, guys.
I need somebody to love. Yeah,
I had a bunch of these written down at work. I forgot to grab them. Because notes, there are certain lyrics that were just like in songs that were jabs about so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
It could just be this song, but there'd be like a line just as a poke at something, or like an artist or something they're angry with.
Yeah,
and so many like just get overlooked because they kind of flow in this song, but they had a lot of little jabs. It was like it just kind of having fun at shit.
Yeah.
So there's, I think there's, I just love, it's just a great band. And I wish I heard them way sooner than I did, but it wasn't until I think my older brother, like in the, like 2004 or 5, I got like a burn copy of a couple of their albums. I'm like, holy shit, why have I just dropped the ball on this?
Yeah. How did this fall through the cracks?
Went crazy. I'm like, I need to know all of their stuff.
Yeah. They're definitely like they're a band. Like if you go to any like show, punk show of any kind, you're going to see patches of the Replacements. Like they're very very well respected band still.
And the funny thing is, I think it was like for as great as they are, like, and how unheard of or unappreciated, like it's so crazy, like it's so out of whack, like there's I'll come back to this in another song, but
all right, well, this next track we got for you is We're Coming Out, track 3. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. That's a great ending of a track. That's excellent. But definitely wanted to choose that bit. It gets a little, I wrote down, it gets a little King Crimson-y there at the end. I think this is the song that really like reminds you like, oh yeah, they are punk bands. if you were a newbie or whatever, it's like, oh, this is their punk bona fide.
Or that first, you have no idea about this band, you had no idea what they did before. You just hear this track, like, well, that song got really crazy.
Yeah, that got aggressive.
That's kind of what they had.
After the first two, you like, I can see this. I can see this being like just a really great entry point for a lot of people. You know, it's very accessible.
It's the same way as I feel like for Velvet Underground, like Loaded is a great album to get into because it's a very more like commercially sounding.
Yeah.
And it's a crazy band to like just drop into some random album like White Light Heat or something like.
Yeah.
You want to ease into that band a bit.
Right.
I feel like there's a handful of bands like Frank Zappa, like just try this one, then try this one and bounce around a little bit.
Yeah.
I think for them replacements like this or Tim would be just great starting points to kind of get an idea of what they kind of sound like.
Well, yeah, and I think it's from my research, it seems to be when they knew their sound the best too.
Yeah.
Because of course after Tim, Bob
exited.
Well,
they kind of kicked him out.
He has deals with alcoholism and has to leave or is let go.
And it was a joke, is like out of all because they're all in that same mentality, but like they felt they
all like that's
they're more able to handle it.
Yeah, like they all got fucked up all the time, and like that was part of their whole thing. It was sometimes they were too fucked up to play, and they played anyway. But it was a real problem for him, and
which was the SNL show. If you did you hear anything?
I watched a little bit about that. Okay, they got really drunk, right?
It was the whole
and
band.
Then got the host drunk, right?
I didn't hear that one.
Wait, for who we talking about?
Oh,
the band when they appeared on SNL.
Oh, this band.
Yeah, this band appeared. They were the second one.
So they did a sound check, and then after their sound check, they turned all their amps all the way up.
Yeah, that's right.
And they started playing, and it took them, the producer to like, get it toned down a little bit.
Yeah, I would have been so pissed.
And then to make sure Bob hit his like solo, like Paul turned over and was like, "Hey, fucker!"
That's right.
And he swore.
That's right. He said fucker.
And he realized that, and at some point he turned back and kind of winked at the cameras like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
You know what year that was?
84.
Oh my God, I was about
84.
to say,
it was really early.
I was during the Murphy years.
And so they did the second set, and of course, a little bit more hammer, but then they also switched clothes with each other, and and we're just having, of course, being themselves. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
And they also trashed their hotel room they got given to. So
that's true.
Yeah. So after all that shit, they're like, banned from SNL.
Banned from SNL. Yep.
So they're coming out.
That's a badge of honor, That's a real badge of honor. Be banned from SNL.
It's not many.
Not many.
I think there's only been one that was banned that got unbanned too.
Yeah.
No. Sinead O'Connor was banned.
No, banned then became unbanned.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think that was Costello.
So was Costello banned? I didn't know.
Early on, I think they didn't want him to play the song. I think it was like radio. And I think he did it, so they banned him, and I think he then eventually did come back, if I remember correctly. Okay. I know he did that song with the Beastie Boys on SNL.
I guess this song is supposedly a response to their notorious drunken performances. So I guess they try to capture that for this track, which I think they do pretty well. It captures kind of the live kind-of-ness of everything. And then here's a really fun one. We got a concept-y track now for you guys for this concept hour. Here's Tommy gets his tonsils out.
Oh, God.
Oh, actually, hold on. Here's the intro bit for it first.
Tommy gets his tonsils out. Hi, Susie. You know what? I've been in the hospital.
And then here's the song.
As for a goofy song is, I mean, in a good venue, I mean, in a punk crowd, it works as like the energy, and then it comes down, like you kind of like bob a bit, and all of a sudden like you start like
Yeah.
get in the pit again.
Yeah.
And it has, I mean, it's full of energy is for such a silly concept of a song. It's,
Yeah. And you know what I just thought about?
It's so
this would
pumping.
like really work coming from the Who in like the early days. You know what I mean? Like this is totally the kind of thing that they would fucking like do.
I wish
You know?
I recently saw something. It was there was punk bands that secretly and not secretly really loved Grateful Dead.
Ah, yes.
But someone asked Jerry Garcia about the new movement, this punk, and he kind of blew because he knew it was sort of like a gotcha question. He's like, "This has been going on for a while now," and like it's like, yeah, but like who started like the Who? They were the first being like rebellious, destroying their instruments, blowing
Right.
up guitars, drum kits, like.
The
It's not
spirit,
new.
the spirit of it, like was always
it's like
been there.
it's the youth, like it's like angry,
Yeah. Well, yeah, and going back all the way to the 20s and 30s and stuff, it was always someone doing something that was
just
a
against
little
the
bit
grain.
against what was allowed.
Yeah.
And people clutching their pearls and
how
and
dare
then the
you?
youth embracing it, and then the parents being mad about it, over and over and over again.
It was always there. It just never had a name until like the late 70s.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, you fucking punks.
So I mean, you had like what would be like proto punk or whatever. Like you have like Iggy, and you have like everything from like the Stooges and MC5, and
so yeah, they're very much a continuation of that legacy for sure. Yeah. Like and even though like punk rockers want to disregard the legacy of rock in some senses, like some punk bands are like actually I want to embrace
some embrace and some don't, and and you have a different sound. But again, that's
your choice.
Do you, man? I don't give a...
Yeah, like it's totally fine to be like a NoFX where you just like literally fuck everything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's also cool. But like, there's nothing wrong with making a good sounding song that people like.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah. But yeah, this song though, bassist Timmy Stinson, who I don't know if we mentioned so far on the podcast, but was 11 when he joined the band because his brother Bob was trying to get him off of the street, kind of away from crime stuff, I guess. And that's kind of the one weird kind of almost tragic thing is like, the little brother was also getting fucked up with these guys on stage all the time, which probably wasn't great for them.
But he was in a safe spot.
Heroin for you.
Yeah. Probably be better than I guess it could be. But
you can do a little coke.
Hey, you can get drunk with your friends somewhere else, but you can just be drunk with your brother and his friends in your band.
But yeah, this is a horrifying story though in the song. He goes to the doctor. And he's basically going to see the doctor from the Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like the kind of conceit of the song is that the doctor, they get to the doctor to get some teeth pulled, but they've run out of gas, like the laughing gas or the
pull these tooth.
So instead he straps him down and rips off these teeth.
He's got a tea time,
and he does it quickly and violently and I fucking hope that he's embellishing on this because it's fucking terrifying that would actually happen.
I believe the whole story is he just went in for the normal like got his tonsils out.
Yeah.
And so like, they made a song.
Oh, right.
And they just started making this whole like fun joke.
Yeah.
Punk sound.
This is every kid's that's scared of the dentist nightmare.
Yeah.
Is what this is.
Oh, and I guess the Cadillac's running part is could be a cheeky reference to their dad who was a Cadillac dealer. Yeah.
Dennis
cheeky.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really fun song though in general. It's just like if you like a good like story song that
it's almost parody too. Just
it's almost a Shel Silverstein kind of story, Yeah.
They almost should have done a music video for this. Just some poor kid,
right?
A dentist with like
if they were into music
hair,
videos, if they were into music videos, they definitely would have been cool. But as we'll see in a later song, they were not a big fan of music videos. But this next track we got for you is a very special track, especially like I think this song only gets better with time.
Yeah.
But this is Androgynous.
Today the people just
Wait, just slow it down.
This is almost like their Let It Be. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's such a. First of all, it sounds like newer than it is. You know what I mean? It sounds like it could be dropped in the 2000s. Yeah, I could hear someone recording something like for like indie rock. You know what I mean? But yeah, the style is amazing. The concept and the message is amazing. Like it's so forward thinking with the kind of the gender roles he's discussing. Like at the beginning, it's just here comes Dick. He's wearing a skirt. Here comes Jane. You know she's sporting a chain. Same hair, revolution. Same build, evolution. Tomorrow, who's gonna fuss? And they love each other so androgynous. So, yeah, just like presenting like like the gender bending stuff that of course we're familiar with nowadays, and something that they were grappling with then as well. And I love how just I don't know, it's so positive. It's such a positive, nice like let's just accept each other. It's yeah, I don't know. It's a lovey.
Like go up just a little bit. Like it was right there. Stop. Yeah. End of verse 2 is like she's happy with the way she looks. She's happy with her gender.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, you're saying very positive. Like she's just what she's doing. Like this is it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, and people like to pretend like this is a conversation that just started. Yeah. It's like, no, we've been having this conversation forever, guys. You're
late. Oh, you missed 2 buses in the transfer over here. Like, where have you been?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tell people all the time, like, these are not things that these are not things that are going to go away.
Yeah.
And they're not things that just suddenly sprouted up out of nowhere. Oh, these people are just being gay. No, all these people have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
People have
Since
been
the history
before
of time.
this, but a lot of people hid it for a long time because society said, fuck you.
Yeah.
I think now maybe more, seeing more is because not, easier now, or maybe, again, every day moving forward, it's always just easier, more accepting, or it's just more comfortable about like being you.
Yeah. Yeah. And hopefully one day, like literally people will just be able to be themselves,
and without a single like stare, gawk, weird thought, and someone said like it's just hey, it's a normal person walking down the street.
It's the whole civil rights argument in general. It's like we're literally anywhere from like 50 to 70 years into the middle of actually going day to day, trying to improve, actually accepting people for who they are, versus all the judge a book by its cover shit like that, and we already got people complaining that this ain't right, and this ain't like the old way. Well,
it wasn't like that way when I was young.
Yep.
We're trying to get away from the old way while still kind of bringing some of the better parts with it.
Yeah, and I've said it on the podcast once, and I'll say it again. Like the queer community was one of the first targets of Nazi Germany. So. If that's one of your first targets, then question what your whole deal is, Yeah,
what's your deal, man?
What's your deal, man? Also, what's this bit? I don't remember.
Do what you want.
Does he say Jefferson's cock in the background or something? What is this?
So, I've never heard it. I don't know if I've just never had it. I don't know if it's at the I have no idea. Huh. We can maybe do
seemingly apropos of nothing. Westerberg mumbles these words at the end of the song. This is the name the band would perform under sometimes in their hometown, with all the guys wearing dresses. Oh, so maybe this track is them as that incarnation, But yeah, again, looking forward to like grunge and like Kurt Cobain. He would wear dresses sometimes. Like wearing dresses did kind of become a thing that like rockers did to like to fight against the masculinity thing.
So this is great. A small segue and clip from the Beastie Boys story where they have a I'm trying to remember what show they're on. But but they did a performance, and at the end they're like, pause it here, and they're like talking about it, and they Adrock makes just a joke at Mike's like, what are you wearing? Some kind of, and he's like, no, I'm wearing some kind of blouse. It's this weird shirt. It's like, half of it. And it's like, I don't think you know how to wear it properly. And he's just laughing. He's like, what the fuck is this? Mm-hmm. But I mean, the same thing. Like Kurt always had like some, paisley, weird, like button up. That's just half cocked, and it's just.
I remember like the Used would do that. My Chemical Romance would do that too. Like just certain bands. Like I think that is part of like, at least since punk rock has been part of, the kind of forms of rebellion.
Yes, it's always funny because like you see a look and you can always pin it back to like a band or something that happened. I was like, that's what I got to go with. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of fun seeing like movements, and I of course, like Leather Jackets and Chuck Taylor's go all the way back to like Ramones. Like that's like this, like the tip of like the proto like punk look almost. And
right.
I think that the genius about the replacements is that no one really pulled it out for a long time until like, again, you like some newer band that kind of like maybe it influenced, they kind of had that look, but overall, like it was never a thing like right after them. It wasn't like the year, like no one ever had really the look of like this band.
Yeah. They
were like probably the most unique themselves band as you can possibly be in that.
Well, that's kind of the thing they were trying to do most, is just like not be conventional as much as they could,
that shows.
Yeah.
That shows in the product of just this album alone.
Yeah, they like to rub against the grain any way they can,
and maybe mixing it up too.
Yeah,
all of a sudden they go from that screamy punk shit to like real standard something.
Speaking of
what you got next?
Speaking of standard and going against the grain, you got Black Diamond, a Kiss cover. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like just 70s rock.
Like. Yeah. They definitely like channel the Kiss, And there's one change they make to the song, the Kiss song, and that's that instead of the song being about a prostitute, it's about a soldier. So like there is inherently like commentary just in that change. You know what I mean? But this is also, it kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier, like when they were fucking with the crowd, sometimes they would play Kiss songs, which were considered, a popular, probably quote unquote sellout band to punk rockers.
Kiss is a very
corporate rock.
But, I mean, that was their whole thing.
Legacy,
Kiss, like sellout is the brand almost. You know what I mean?
He has coffins.
You can't complain about it because like they've never hid that.
He would stamp his name on everything.
Coffins.
Yeah, Kiss coffins. Yeah, why not?
Anything that you can actually market and sell is at some point in time has probably had a Kiss face or logo printed on it.
Yes. They were marketing geniuses.
It's like Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Spaceballs, the toilet
pretty much.
Spaceballs, the breakfast
cereal. But I love that they would do that though. I love that they would fuck with their crowds and play these covers, and I love that they include this in the album to pay homage to that fuckery, because it's a fun track too, very rockin', like you said, just like perfect 70s rock sound.
And I tell you, I don't even care for Kiss that much, but like they do make some solid rock.
They got a few great hits,
I mean, if you just take this track and you play it to someone who's never heard this band and you're like, what do you think this is? And like, I guarantee no one would ever guess it's a punk band.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think with this album, they definitely graduate to
like, what is this? Like, Thin Lizzy, who's doing this?
Something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think that like, I don't want to downplay punk rock. I don't mean this in the sense that punk rock is like a stepping stone to bigger things, but like there are a lot of bands that start with punk rock, start with the raw energy of punk rock, and like the experience with fans, and then like they grow as people and they want to try different things, try new things. And it's a great place to start out, and it's a great place to stay if you love it that much. But it's perfectly fine to grow out of it into something else.
It's also great when you see like a band or just a singer or something like that was a punk musician but a great lyricist.
Yeah,
and they can start changing genres. There's a bunch that gone like singer songwriter acoustic, some gone like country, but they're still like that same like that punk vibe, but just a whole different like vehicle. Just like I don't know, it's just you can do different genres as long as you can just write and just or you're talented. You can bounce around wherever you can do.
Yeah, well, yeah. Speaking of what we're talking about, actually, like this track exemplifies what we're talking about, like how they felt as far as artists at this point when they were like great in punk rock. They wanted to grow and expand their artistic creativity.
Well, trying other things keeps it fresh too.
Yeah.
A real in many cases a real artist will do that, just challenge themselves. Try something different but in their style, sometimes even
because
try
they're
to make
fans
the perfect
too.
pop album because I can.
Because they're fans of music. They want to make good music. If you're a fan of music,
and that should be the point. At that point, you know what they are. You know what they are at their heart of it. They're just out here making good music.
It sucks with the punk rock in general is that the fans of punk rock generally are purists about it, and once you do leave it, there often is some kind of like backlash from like people that are
of
purists
course
about
maybe hard on people.
See the Against Me episode. But yeah, we'll listen to this track and then we're gonna take a quick break. This next track is Unsatisfied.
It's a very 80s lyric. Track,
Yeah, definitely. I was speaking of the 80s, like I was just thinking about like Ian Curtis. I feel like his kind of from Joy Division. I feel like his vocal delivery is reminiscent of Ian Curtis's kind of like what he brought to the table with his emotion. And I also think like looking forward, this inspired singers like Cobain and Conor Oberst from Bright Eyes also hit some of these kind of vocal tones sometimes.
Because I want to say at the end, I don't know if we discussed this during the first listen through, but on another track, but this is, I think, at the end of one of these lines where he has like just a voice crack because he's so like belting. I was like,
that's the part that makes me feel like it sounds
he's
like
just letting every ounce of like frustration into that microphone, just screaming it at it.
And that's like the stuff that you generally isn't left on the track and you do another take or whatever.
Do no take.
But people like I was saying during the listen through, I think this is like the age of like the beginning of the age of the dawning of the age of Aquarius even. But no, the age of like emotions kind of being the primary like breadwinner in the equation for songwriting, because U2 also very expressive. Also, they kind of had beef with.
The Cure would be up there.
I was gonna say this almost sounds a little U2-y.
This one in particular,
softer end, like this song, like everyday heroes.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
I don't know. It's like in my head now.
Where is it? There's a song. One of these songs is a response to a U2 song. I forget.
We can figure it out at break.
We can figure it out at break. Yeah. Sorry.
And we'll come back to it.
But yeah, Unsatisfied though is this is definitely one of the like favorites of theirs. For good reason. It's like it is kind of an instant classic, I think, as far as what it's expressing.
I love it as the song goes on because he keeps asking, am I satisfied? Am I?
Yeah.
And then, eventually changes then he's like, I'm so unsatisfied because he's trying to figure shit out.
Yeah, he's trying to understand what he's feeling inside.
This is such a grungy song.
Yeah, exactly. It's a grunge track. It really is a grunge track.
It's talking about the reverse of the American dream down to grunge.
Yeah.
What was the ladder to grunge? This song is part of the ladder to grunge.
Yeah.
So during the listen through, kind of mentioned, but going to the studio, the only line he had for the song was "I'm so unsatisfied."
Yeah.
And he had thoughts like he's frustrated, but they went in and just started mucking around and just cranked the song out in the studio without really having much as a background. It's built right there.
Yeah. That's awesome. That is magic. That is like the lightning in a bottle that they talk about in the studio. That's why you do it. And it's like it like this would hold up against any other like classic rock track. You know what I mean? And like the grungy. It's
And like we were
Great
saying,
track.
it's time. Even as an album, or both the song and this album are just timeless. You can place it and forget about it in 10 years and play it again, or play it for someone who's never heard any of this.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it still sounds like it's a newer album in a way. Like it doesn't feel like it's 40 years old.
Yeah,
or
like
41 years old.
And they were obviously they were artists that needed to express more than just what punk rock could for them.
I think that's a hallmark for not just a great band, but just a great album that just works no matter where you put it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah. Well, when we come back, guys, we got 4 more tracks, and then we got to grade this thing. So don't go away. And I didn't have anything else. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
Don't go away and stay tuned.
So the whole thing.
You actually have a drink too to talk about.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So the whole thing about that U2 song. So apparently in 1981, Paul went to see U2 at a nightclub in Minneapolis called Uncle Sam's. It was towards the end of the band's first international tour and was done in promotion with their first studio album. Due to not having many songs available, U2 performed the track "I Will Follow" twice, which rubbed Westenberg the wrong way.
That's totally something they would do.
Yeah, that was a lot of foam there dripping in there.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't necessarily that he thought it was a lousy song. Musically, he quite liked it, but disregarded massively with the lyrics. He thought it was generally about towards the youth, and he didn't like that. Apparently, Bono wrote it for his mother, who was deceased mother. But anyways, he wrote the first song, which that night he came home and wrote a song.
Yeah.
And it was called "Kids Don't Follow." It was on their second. Well, there was an album that wasn't really an album, but a bunch of just random tracks they had.
Oh yeah, it was like an 8-track
called
EP.
Stink.
Okay.
But yeah, that song's in there called "Kids Don't Follow," and then followed up with.
Oh well, this is the second one.
The second song about that song.
Yeah. Welcome back, y'all, to the album concept hour. We're here covering the Replacements and their epic album "Let It Be." But before we get to the Replacements again, we got a segment we got to do. Yeah, we haven't done it in a couple episodes.
It's been a bit.
It's been a little bit. We figured we'd we'd get in here, talk about what we've been sipping on.
And I mean, technically, I think it works with the band. So
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. It's appropriate for this band, a band that loves to get really wasted and play.
I feel like this is the
I'm
album,
not getting nearly wasted enough, but
I feel like this is the band that it should have been like what we had some kind of off nights, like the double the double album, like the
right.
Portofania
Before we
and-
really figured out how to do the double album
we should
properly.
and not the same night, but also drink through both both episodes.
Yeah.
Straight.
Yeah, that one was fun. I want to listen. I should listen back to those again. Because, like, man, the second last waltz one, we were just fucking smashed. But anyway, so I'm in tonight. I just cracked open a Red Skull Imperial Red Ale that Dave left in the fridge a little while ago. I love the artwork on it.
From I think it was
Artwork.
Revolution, yeah.
Yeah,
All their
Revolution
stuff
Brewing.
is goddamn fantastic.
Yeah,
Their art, their beer. I mean,
Yeah.
for me, that's a brewery that can do no wrong.
It's cool.
They really put it all in for
Yeah.
it. You know?
And then this other beer I got was I actually bought for the Southern Rock Opera episode, but I was kind of having a headache that night. Wasn't really feeling like drinking. But
So bringing
man.
Florida into this
Yeah.
discussion.
yeah, you know, I'm sure that
Are you
they
gonna turn into the Florida man then?
tour.
Brad?
Oh shit, I don't know. They don't. There's no sort of warning about it.
So there
hang
wouldn't be a
out.
warning label on a Florida
Oh
product.
damn, that's 9%. Holy
Yeah, I'm
fuck,
sure
dude.
it is.
Okay.
Well, it's a double IPA.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Okay. I gotta be careful tonight, guys.
Gotta be careful
Um,
with that.
And what about you? What do you, John? You brought something in too. You're not.
Yeah,
drinking
so I'm not
the
drinking
liquor,
alcohol, but I got the it's called Doom from Oliphant Brewing. It's a little THC infused beverage.
It's really tasty.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's 4 different flavors of this.
Yeah.
This
I'd buy
is,
that just to drink.
yeah, oh, dude, and all 4 of them are good. This
Yeah.
is a strawberry lemonade.
Yeah.
There's a lemon lime one.
Yeah.
That's really tasty.
Honestly, just put 5 grams of milligrams of THC in like all sodas. I think that would probably help. Oh, that's 50.
This is
Okay.
50.
Well, you know, just I think that.
But and
Never mind.
speaking of artwork as well, you know, like
Skulls.
Hey,
skull with
a
the
skull with
lemonades,
the- with
and
the
all
hat.
of them have pretty.
That's almost
Yeah,
the same thing.
I
'cause
know.
This is it's a cup as well.
It's pretty.
I bet that was that's what happened to Florida man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. He did it to himself too.
oh shit.
Yeah, those salts. Those,
Man.
yeah. So
Got a little
I
crazy
approve.
on Saturday
very
night.
good.
yeah.
Comes in 4 sensational flavors. There's a straw. There's like a sherbet flavor.
Man, they should have one called
This one a
Boomberry.
lemonade, straight
Boomberry.
lemonade, and then there's and then like I said, there's a lemon lime one. All 4
Yeah.
of them are just solid.
They're good.
Buy them
They're
in
really
4
good.
packs
Yeah.
at the goddamn liquor store. It's great.
Hell yeah. What about you, Dave?
start out with the traditional Coors Banquet,
Yep.
and then
The beer.
I
of
got
the
a little
podcast.
sample of that Revolution.
Yep.
Damn tasty, and gonna hit this Florida man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Let me know what you think. I'm gonna strike this Florida man.
That's a
Man.
big ass Colt 45 you got over there.
Oh yeah. That's for
Got
was-
some 2
that's a
zigzags
prop.
too, brother.
Was that Lando? Was Lando here?
right. Yeah, no, that's gonna be a prop for our Decline of Western Civilization 1 video. Yeah.
Pretty good little double IPA.
Yeah, it's nice. I didn't even notice it was a 9% when I was drinking it at first. So I'm definitely going to slow down on that one. And
That's
yeah,
not
make sure
that's
to
not
drink
what
my
Florida man
water.
would do.
That's true. That's not what Florida man would do.
Chug.
He would put his foot on the gas. I
you
think.
don't want to be like Florida man.
That's true. We found
I've
a lot
been to
of
Florida.
we found a lot of hard stories from Southern Rock Opera about Florida
I bet we
and Alabama.
You
Man.
just thumb gun that can right now.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what we've been drinking. But yeah, returning to the Replacements band,
Previously scheduled program.
our previously scheduled program, we have track 8, where we're getting into the MTV of it all. MTV's been on the airways a little bit, and
Couple years.
and they're not happy. They're not happy with what they're
Seeing?
excuse me, is what they're seeing. They see it as, well, we'll play the track first and we'll talk about it.
All day, all night, all music videos.
Fuck you, sellouts.
Yeah.
Just angry punks.
Yeah, man.
Angry.
Like, you fucking, this isn't what rock and roll is.
I think it's also the fact that maybe they never saw it as like any sort of with like maybe artistic merit. Like, why are you putting the effort? Like, what is this? Like,
yeah.
Fucking write a song, play your music.
Yeah. Which, like, I love music videos. You know what I mean? I see them as like,
I see
them as short films essentially or whatever. But like, I can see what he's saying. Like earlier, like MTV, he was witnessing like kind of, people's looks being more important to the equation of the music, and being kind of promotional tools of the music industry. Maybe
there was, I mean, even like the Dead Kennedys had angry songs. They had MTV Get Off the Air.
Yeah.
And
well, because like MTV was very, was also very selective, and wasn't like David Bowie put him on blast for not playing like black artists and stuff, like, they had their, problems.
Well, yeah, like even the Kennedys, their joke was, everything, be clean cut. You got to have like a look, like just joking about the VJs at the time and everything, just about the whole situation as a whole.
It was like a click.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I love about this track is like you get completely instrumental from 0 to 223 in the song.
Pretty much, but like 3/4 of the song, if not more, is just instrumental.
Which I think is probably a conscious, like also like subversive. Like, this isn't a typical song, this isn't a hit song, but when they do sing, it's like it's so good. It's very powerful because they saved it for the end of the track.
It just builds to that like.
It's kind of like,
it's almost like them watching a music video for a couple minutes and being so pissed off, turning it off, and then like, we seen your video. Such a phony piece of
it's
shit.
fucking phony.
Like, what is this? What, Jesus?
Yeah. Which, like, I mean, I bet, like, when he saw the like Hot for Teacher video, he was probably just like, fuck all this, fuck everything, but. Yeah, this was kind of like early, like excess of the 80s. You know what I mean? Like, he saw the writing on the wall pretty early on.
Way before.
For what the late 80s was going to become.
If you get into like the mid to late 90s, it became like $1 million+ videos, like
right.
multi-million-dollar videos.
Oh, yeah, that was like the peak, probably.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I guess besides probably like newer pop artists, but yeah. Fucking. But, that's the thing. Obviously, like we said, like there's plenty of amazing music videos, and like I'm glad that it is part of the art form. But yeah, they're more, I think, miffed about MTV being just kind of a shady organization and not necessarily supporting like the what music was,
or properly supporting
it. Yeah. This next track we got for you is Gary's Got a Boner.
Oh, Gary's got it.
So far, we're gonna stick it to it. We're gonna stick it to it. Gary's got a boner. Gary's got a boner. Gary's got a boner. Gary's got a boner. Whoa.
And this is also such a like rock and roll thing to do, to just like have a song that's just pure sex.
Oh, this song is this.
It's almost like making fun of like Kiss or any like something in that realm, like because they their image is supporting like industry and money, fast cars, sex, just all that, and it's like
right.
Like, we'll do a song. Gary's got a boner.
It's almost so like because it's almost like so punk parody that it's just super punk.
Yeah.
You know,
I like
it
that.
really, it really is like it's in that same parody realm we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
But it's so punk.
Yeah.
Just a silly, fun idea, and we'll make a
We
song
don't
out
give
of
a
it.
shit what you say. This is our song.
Yeah.
We'll put it
This
on
song we
album.
want to record.
I love that, like, he, like, really emphasizes boner.
I know.
Like, you can't not hear boner in the song. You know? Like, they could have sang it in a clever way that you barely hear the word boner, but they're like, no. You will know
People are
that
gonna
this is
go
about a boner.
People are gonna go nuts when they hear this.
Yeah.
We're saying boner. It's such a guy thing.
But also,
yeah.
just a funny word in general.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Apparently became a euphemism for like a dick being hard in like the 60s.
Yeah.
Before that it meant something else.
Yep.
But
You're a real wanker.
you're a wanker. But yeah, this is just kind of about, you know, just a prepubescent boy dealing with his urges and stuff. There's nothing
puberty
more
be hitting a little bit, you know.
Yeah. I feel like there's nothing more like rock and roll than that.
Dealing
you
with
know?
all those changes.
Yeah.
I think it was the first time they played CBGBs. They went on as Gary and the Boners as a joke to this track.
Yeah,
which was
right, because isn't the last what's the last word of this?
What are you saying? Gabriel?
Oh, that was a different
He's got
song.
it. Yeah,
that was a different song. Never mind.
Oh, and I was saying during the listen through, like, imagine a like young Kurt Cobain
or any artist that was kind of inspired by
listening
bands.
to this like as like a young teenager, like dealing with their own issues, and like this would be the funniest fucking thing you've ever heard. This would be like you'd be showing this to your friends, you know, like, can you believe what's on this? Like,
just
and it fits kind of like the follow-up track too. I think it was 16 Blue.
16. Yeah, 16 Blue. Yeah. So yeah, this is so it goes from Gary has a boner to this.
Try to figure out, they wonder what next year. You don't understand anything sexual. I don't understand. Tell my friends doing fine. Your age is the hardest age.
Well, Eddie
I
Vedder
mean, the
must have
album
listened.
can almost, in a sense, almost have the concept of like coming to age without even trying.
Yeah.
If you really like try to tie ropes between like songs, like, you know, trying to, well, what's your favorite thing, or you're getting your tonsils. You have like
Right. I think that I was just thinking about that same thing. Like you can go from probably like
I'll dare you. I will dare.
favorite thing. Tommy gets his tonsils out, androgynous, unsatisfied, and then Gary's got a boner on
It's
are
just-
all part of the same
Just
kind
being
of
young and frustrated. Like,
yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty. Even now that we've listened to it and talked about it and know the names of the songs, that actually all ties together much better.
Yeah. Like it's not like a straight up concept album, but like there's
but the
definitely some
spirit's
connective
there.
tissue. Yeah.
Spirit's there.
Yeah, especially the last 3 tracks, I think.
and
because
almost, is it just a young, confused, angry band
it could
trying
be.
to find their way?
Yeah. I mean, that is they're kind of going through their like
puberty
of a band. You know, they're going from their punk rock roots into something else. You know, so yeah, there's definitely some thematic elements there.
No, I don't have to be screaming all day, Mom.
Sometimes I just want to sing. I just want to sing nice songs.
I got emotions too.
I have emotions.
No, just let me sing. I got a boner.
Gary's got a boner. Okay.
Can't
all
have
right.
me sing those things, Mom. It's
Mom.
my artistic integrity.
Mom, get out of here. I told you not to come in here where I'm playing.
I've been holding your guitar.
You're not even holding it. But yeah, I love how it goes from Gary's got a boner to then this like actually maybe struggling with like his actual sexuality and
At this point, you're just trying to figure shit out.
he's trying to figure shit out, man. He's blue.
Nothing makes sense.
and sad.
Everything is fucked up.
Yeah. I will say, like, this is like reminiscent of like a genre that I was like reading about, which was like there was like the teenage song. Like Carole King was part of that group where like they wrote songs specifically about the teenage experience, but like from a like a little more of a serious standpoint. Yeah. So yeah, they're like doing this from the teenage perspective, but in a like tongue in cheek kind of way.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, this is definitely another one of the songs that like stands out. It's really, really like beautiful.
There's a band that it reminds me of a lot of like this tongue in cheek songs that's still punk rock. It was the band The Queers. They started in '81,
right.
but they have so many random songs like being like grounded by your parents, or I mean, it just seemed like it's funny. I remember like listening to him when I was like 14, 15, 16, like it's hilarious. And now going back, I'm like, God, like, do you get it? Just it just hits different. Like I think these tracks work.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but like the other ones are like almost too jokey. We're like, yeah, I get it. Now you're being like too like,
yeah.
I think I think the replacements were like, or Paul was just clever enough when he was writing this that it was just like this is great writing, where it wasn't just a dick and fart joke song, right?
Yeah. He was like, I think he was just a more mature songwriter than he even gave himself credit for, probably.
Yeah,
you know, because like it seems like most of the interviews and most of the like ways that they approach things, they're almost like a Ween. You know, they got the same kind of attitude that Ween has.
I can see that.
Not the same sound,
No.
but the same attitude for sure.
Well, you know, it's the attitude that like I'm gonna write a song and you're gonna take it seriously. You've been thinking it's all just a joke.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write a boner song that you're gonna take seriously.
Yeah. I can write a boner song that you're gonna love.
You're gonna love.
Yeah,
I hope they didn't think I was going to take a boner song.
You're gonna
seriously.
be like, holy shit, this is actually good somewhere. You know, like.
Yeah, this is making me tear up.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Excuse me.
I just imagine also them like, you know, as writing this and like trying to, you know, bring into the album to the studio. Like, this is what we did. Like, you literally wrote a song called Gary's Got a Boner. Like, yep, we did it.
Yeah. This is such a sweet album. And then Gary's Got a Boner.
Oh!
It's like, you didn't think, you know, there had to be one. There had to be one fun one.
No, but like back to this track, it's again,
slip that right in there.
It just fits with like kind of like the whole like coming of age and being like just confused and frustrated, and
yeah,
I feel like it's still, as much as a song, something about your youth, it's still like it still works. You listen, like, yeah, I remember being fucking frustrated at that time. Like it's still. Yeah, as a whole, this album, just everything just feels timeless. No matter what, how silly it is, it fits. Like, this works. Like, you could drop it in any one that's like 13, 14, 15, or like 40 to 50. Like, this is just a great rock songs, right? Like, I mean, I think everyone. I don't know.
Yeah,
just me being fanboyish over this goddamn band.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That's what I love. Like about this podcast is every now and again. There's one of those albums that like you just it's so important to you personally that it comes out, and I love that. That's why we fucking do this, you know. But yeah, this I didn't notice the last line. You're mine if you want to. That's like a sweet kind of maybe losing his virginity kind of,
but also
situation.
Pretty nice. I mean, if you want to.
Oh,
if you want to. Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah.
It's not, it just ends like, you're mine.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's how Kiss would end a song.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like I'm still doing the, I'm still editing for the Decline of Western Civilization 1, and I grabbed a few clips from Western Civ 2, including that Kiss clip, where Gene Simmons is like, I. Just fucking that girl.
You turn that into a meme.
Oh my god!
I.
Yeah, just the it's so cringy.
when you see a picture of Gene, you feel dirty.
Yeah.
Nothing has to come out of his mouth. No audio. Like, oh God,
he needs the makeup on. The makeup actually softens his features. Actually, you'd think it'd be the opposite, but
no, when we put on this makeup, we're just fun showmen.
Yeah.
Underneath, though.
Yeah, underneath is the real monsters.
The real dirty dog.
Please put the devil mask. Put the devil mask back on.
Put the devil mask back on, please. That's funny. But that's next track. They really, I think, end so strong on this album. So here is Answering Machine.
Ooh.
You guys remember Change?
I sure do. I brought it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not pennies. Pennies are going away.
Pennies have been
pennies
retired.
Pennies are dead. Yeah, but yeah, you
take those at Quick
you remember you paying like 50
quarters?
cents, 50 cents to make a phone call on a payphone.
Oh, you mean in that little coin slot
area?
area?
Coin slot area.
In a
sometimes
what's
you
that
find
thing?
some. Sometimes you find some.
What's that thing?
No, you put them up top, but you got their change that kicks back if it didn't. The call didn't go through.
Dude, sometimes you can find a quarter in there.
Yeah. Get a soda,
or even a vending machine. You go in there for that an extra spare that someone didn't grab out.
Kids will never understand the quarter economy that we had for a short time.
In soda and vending machines or couch cushions. Maybe find a couple in your car.
Aldi's.
Yeah.
And you know what's so funny about it is it literally was a graduation of the old penny economy. Like
Exactly.
The penny candy.
Right.
The penny candy, you know? And then
we
it grew
lived
up
through both of those.
to vending machines,
Yeah.
which was the quarter economy. Exactly.
God, we are old. We are sounding more old every year. Like when you talk about like money things specifically, it definitely it's like
young whippersnappers.
I was in a
I remember, because Dave, you probably remember when gas was like $1, right?
Under $1.
Yeah.
My sister,
I was
99
overshooting
cents. my sister remembers 99 cents when she started driving.
It's just like,
no, dude.
Fucking, how far are we gonna plummet, guys? Sorry, what's
what's
up,
stood,
John?
I was like on a floor working, like finishing up all this shit.
Yeah.
And I was with 3 other guys, and at the end of the day, we were talking about some shit.
Yeah.
All 3 of these guys were born after 2011.
Oh,
or,
wow.
I'm sorry, 9/11.
Over 9/11. Okay.
9/11.
Yeah.
Like.
By the way, we should mention. By the way, the reason we're talking about change is you can hear the change slot of a payphone in that mix. I just wanted to explain that for younger listeners.
Sorry, they don't. A lot of them don't even know what a
phone
booth is.
They're like, I don't understand. They listen to the clip and then they just started talking about stuff I've never heard of.
Are they talking about change? Who uses change?
What change? What is change?
What is that silver thing?
Obama brought change.
Change.
For everyone.
We can be changed.
But I do love that this is also kind of very like perfect in 1984, him talking about the answering machine in this way, because it was like, I don't know how long it had been around, but it's like it had been around at least long enough for him to be like, I hate this whole idea of an answering machine.
It was just starting because like independent lines wasn't a thing in most places until the 70s. Before that, there was like operators that like
right
switched your lines manually.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really like answering machines.
I mean, it depended on where you live. Even the 80s, you had I think we got rid of before I was around, but there was like the party lines.
Yeah.
Where basically it'd be a number, but you'd other households would share a number.
Yeah.
So if you get some by calling just a certain number.
Right.
My dad remembers that when he was a kid, where the farm was, there's like all the farms had the same like party line all around the road, and like my grandpa would need to call the vet or something, and he'd have to tell like 2 or 3 of the women that would just be on like just talking. They're all done with their housework and shit, you know.
Yeah.
Get off the line. I need to call the vet, you know.
Yeah. But I love the production in this track though. Like it's got I was talking to listen through about how it's got like a really cool stripped down guitar effect that just sounds like it's just like, you know, just kind of thrown in through a couple of filters and not much done with it. It's very just him and the guitar and his vocals.
Sounds very 80s too.
Yeah, sounds very 80s. I was going to say it sounds almost like emo, Midwest emo. We were talking about this. This has some grunge elements. I think it also inspires some emo elements down the line.
What's that? What's that band? Oh, the
Flaming Lips?
The Cure.
Oh,
Something like that.
I'm thinking of the.
Yeah, I was thinking Lips too with that one.
Yeah, sorry.
I was thinking about the Cure. From
Okay.
The 80s.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they were doing stuff.
They had that like goth kind of like 80s sound.
Yeah. Oh, and if you're listening and you are like, hey, why didn't they mention that REM guy was in the first track? Yeah, we know the REM guy was in the first track. You did the solo at the end.
So another thing that
I'm just sorry, John. I didn't mention it to you. I'm saying it for the listeners, I guess. Sorry. Well,
glad I know that now. Anyways,
what's up, Dave?
Like the courses I'd love. Like, how do you say you're okay to answer machine? How do you say good night? And there's two things I want to say. Like, we were done listening. I was discussing like as it's picking up, you can feel like the instrumental. Everything is like slightly chaotic. Like it's frustrated and matching like the frustration of the lyrics.
Yeah.
But also, it sounds something so crazy in my mind. I instantly thought it could be like a Tom Waits song. Like I can hear him like crooning, like, "How do you say you're okay to an answering machine?"
Yeah.
Like him just posing questions.
Similar vibe too.
Like how do you say? Like basically him being maybe frustrated with like technology. Like how do you tell the machine you're okay?
I did write something down here. First MTV. Now the answering machine. No one is safe. But it also includes the voice from the answering machine at the very end, which only one other song I know of features that particular segment, and that's Albuquerque by Weird Al Yankovic.
And a side note, a telephone operator from Pink Floyd. When like you're trying to reach call his wife's like it's like hello, like I'm trying to like connect, like oh it's busy, I'll send you again.
Right.
And like Mrs. Floyd, call from Mr. Floyd.
That's what was happening. What you just explained. Yeah, that they actually had operators that
connecting to the line.
Yeah, that part always kind of confused me. Yeah. That tracks.
Yeah.
Like, I guess when I think about people doing that, I think about like, oh, that happened in like the 40s and stuff, I don't think about people in the 60s still doing that. But yeah, that's totally right. Oh my God. This has been a nice little trip down memory lane at the very end here. Just technologically going over the history of phone technologies. And now,
dude,
my
that used
phone
to be a whole ass profession.
Now I'm playing the clips from this podcast on this phone. Like it's a completely different
on your
thing.
What?
It's completely different now.
Did that in 100 years, Brad.
It's crazy.
Literally like 1920 to
on your personal telephone.
My personal telephone in my own pocket.
Your personal cellular.
I can fit it in
phone?
my pocket.
We went from the first telephone from one end to the other.
Yeah.
To,
I mean, shit.
Everything's on your phone in your pocket.
It feels like a lot just going from like iPhone to what we have now. You know what I mean?
Well, shit. I remember going out to a bar or whatever, and you bring your phone. You'd have a camera with me if you're going to see a or something you want to take photos of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd usually have my iPod with me.
Yeah.
To hook up my car. I mean.
Yeah.
I listen to so many different music, but like I wouldn't leave it in my car, so I have that in my pocket.
Of course, you have a CD.
So you have like all this shit your camera, but now it's like, it's right here. I have all this shit.
Yeah.
I also got a map. You believe that?
Yeah.
I don't have to fold.
I got access to the World
I'm
Wide
gonna fold this thing up. It'll just tell me where to go.
My laptop's
no longer
on
lost.
here too. It shares the same.
There's something about I used to love making like CDs, like calling my low key mix one. What I did a bunch of these, and I bring with me, and I just drive late at night.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing to do is drive on areas and roads I've never been on, and I'd find weird shortcuts around town. Dude. Just because I would just put music on and just drive like midnight, 2, 3. I loved going downtown after bar time and just watching people like stumbling around sometimes.
Yeah. We used to do that when me and my siblings first started smoking together, doing
Your cigarettes.
We had to leave the house to do those things. So
We're going for a walk, Mom.
the roadies were the primary form, and there was a lot of music and highway and country roads and stuff. It was fun.
They take you home.
Yep, they take you home eventually. All right, guys, we gotta grade this thing.
Better than I thought it was gonna be.
So yeah. So what are we thinking here? I have a few thoughts, but not a lot yet.
Dave, I want to hear. This is your album.
Okay.
I want to hear.
Yeah, Dave.
you
what's
go first.
yeah.
So for me,
No, I don't want-
personally,
hold on, let me get it
I
out.
mean, it's also
January
fanboy, but
6th,
I'm also going to say it's a very high B for me.
very high B. Okay, so
I think
that's over. Yeah. Okay, I see that. Yeah. I
so.
see that.
As a whole, as the
Oh, shit,
band
where'd I put?
evolving, changing, sticking with like their convictions, just fucking around as a. It doesn't have to do with the album, but just kind of boiling into everything about this. So they put this album out. They got funny joke songs, but everything, like we mentioned a couple tracks back, really kind of work when you kind of step back and kind of look at a few like key songs. And
Yeah,
there's a
lot of connected.
So I
tissue.
feel like it's loose,
Yeah.
but I feel if you connect those dots, they feel stronger.
Yeah.
So it's not a full concept album. There's no story. There's no like a person's journey. It works as an album.
Yeah.
Like all together, like track to track. It feels like there's something there. So for me, I would say it's a high B.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel that. What about you, John? Do you want to go next?
Yeah, I'll go next. I mean, I was gonna give it a low B or a high C. So like, I'm generally in the same range as Dave. We want to give it some kind of B.
That's where we're being
I
maybe
think
mid
I'd
B
put
now.
my stamp on it.
I would say I think that
Would
I
not
would
bug me
echo
much.
that actually, because I was just looking at the ones that's next to. We got Whole, Live Through This, and Alice in Change, which like I think both have a similar amount of like connective tissue, but also independent like numbers that just are kind of live on their own.
I think kind of where because I'm this is fucking because you have the magnifying glass, so it's I'm trying to see what's next to it.
Hold on, yeah, I'll take it off quick.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So where you have it, I think it was pretty solid because I definitely have it above the Last Waltz because I feel Conception's better than the Last Waltz.
Right.
I put it above also the Guardians because it's still more of an album than a soundtrack.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a straight up.
So for me, I would put it
movie
anywhere in front of the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtracks, and I would put it no further than possibly maybe Transformer.
Right.
So somewhere in that middle B is where I would feel comfortable.
Somewhere around maybe, let's say like here, right between Islands and
all right.
What to Do When You Were. Yeah, it's definitely better than What to Do When You Were Dead with that. Oh man, remember this one, dude? That one fucked up my brain. But yeah, no, that's a good spot for it. I think that is like that's kind of what the 3-tier or the B tier is in general. It is like really, really close to like a full-on concept album.
It's the middle ground,
but still has a few numbers that are just for fun that stand on their own outside of that concept.
Because it really once you hit C, it really starts to drop. C plus going down, it's really
right.
Like the standard of like.
You start getting all loosey goosey on you.
A little bit loosey goosey. Yeah. Exactly.
Like, well, I mean,
what were we thinking? We wanted to talk about it anyway.
Yeah.
So we talked about it.
Hell yeah. Well, I think that's a great place to put it. Real like upper 3, I think, is where it landed.
God, how many pictures do we have on this?
So many.
So many pictures.
I think this
we're
website
close to 200.
This
pictures?
website allows up to, I believe, 500. So once we get to 500, we'll have to go to a different site.
That's fantastic. Well, that's because we have so much, but we still have room to grow too.
Yeah, dude.
We have to.
Good thing there's only a few more albums to do.
Just a couple.
We always find new ones, man. That list ain't even halfway done yet.
Yeah.
He keeps adding to it.
Keep finding more, man. Well, and I was just We found Zombina and the Skeletones from just that band, the Stink Eyes coming in, bringing it to us. So there's still those out there that people are, love that I still have not covered.
All right.
Yeah. So, Zombina and the Skeletones, though, we're talking to them. Hopefully we'll get them on the pod, have the lads from Liverpool grace our podcast. So
that's awesome, man.
Please. I really, really want that to happen. And thank you all for listening this week. We will we'll see you guys next time on the Album Concept
Thank you.
Hour. We love you. We do.
The Album Concept Hour is Brad LeBaron, Dave Gallagher, and John Aker. Special thanks to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard for the theme music. Join the discussion on our Discord. Or for everything else, go to Linktree/Flyover State Park. See you on Side B. This is Flyover State Park. You are clear to land.